How's it going, everyone? Ryan here, and today I'm bringing you a review of the just released disc from Latitude 64, the Raketen. The Raketen is the second disc from Latitude, which features the hex pattern. The first being the Missilen. The only difference between the Raketen and the Missilen is that the Raketen has a slightly more narrow rim. That's because the diameter is a tad bit smaller, so it's just like any normal disc, but it's said to be pretty comparable to the bolts. So it's pretty much going to be the bolts, but with the hex pattern, and that's what we get the Raketen. So I'm going to give it a few throws today and see what it does. Right now, we have a tailwind. It's supposed to be understable, so there's no point in throwing it into a headwind, so we're going to throw some tailwind shots out there. Alright, let's see how it flies. Alright, so first up, I'm going to throw the Missilen, see how that flies. After, the bolt, and then finally we're going to see what the Raketen flies like. Turned over quite a bit. Now let's see what the Raketen does. Try to aim a little bit more left. Alright, well, since the Raketen is going to be more comparable to the bolt, I'm going to go ahead and throw the bolt and then the Raketen. Right now we have a slight tailwind. It's going to be left to right. Alright, so pushing through those trees out there, those trees are about 4 1/4. Basket, if you can see it, is just under 450. So now here's the Raketen. Alright, just around those trees, but it did turn over quite a bit more. Alright, same thing. I'm going to be throwing the bolt first, and then the Raketen. Alright, put some height on that one. As you can see, the tailwind pushes it down. It's going to fade out sooner. So let's try the Raketen. Alright, started to fade out a little bit earlier as well because of that tailwind. Alright, 2 more throws here. As you can see, the winds come in a little bit from behind and a little bit from the right. I'm going to try and put these up on hyzers, see if the wind will carry it on that hyzer or if it's just going to flip right over. And if it does, probably turn to burn. So again, first up is the bolt. That was kind of crushed because that was about 430 or so. Alright, and the Raketen. Yeah, that one was bombed as well. That was further than the bolt, but it did fade out more. But alright, I'm going to go get them and then talk a little bit more about the disc. Alright, so I recorded this, but outside the wind was too loud, so I'm re-recording it. After throwing the Raketen, I'd pretty much just compare it to the bolt. The only real difference is that it does have the hex pattern. Feels pretty similarly and performs similarly. When thrown with power, it is going to turn over, maybe even a roller type disc. If you don't have quite as much power, it's going to go straighter and you're probably going to get some good flight out of it. But it was pretty flippy for me. I'm still going to toy with it and see if it would be good to put in my bag or not, but overall it is a pretty neat disc. Also, when Dave Felber talked about the Missilen, he said it was high speed understable, low speed overstable. If that was because of the hex pattern, I believe that would also be seen with the Raketen. When I threw it, it did turn a little bit more than the bolt, but then like on that last throw, when it did hook up, it did fade pretty hard. So I think that is just from the hex pattern, but yeah, overall pretty cool disc. So that's gonna sum it up for this review. Thanks for watching.